He's been inserting himself in this and going around to like different people and telling like different tales. I woke up at like 5 AM this morning to an absolute schizo post from Colton that I didn't read. And then shortly after that, Colton deleted it all. Why? What you did is you overreacted to a situation you didn't really understand. And you caused more issues.
You kept cutting me off.
No, I didn't. I said, is that everything at the end? And you said yes. You've been caught out. That seems like quite pertinent information when I'm asking you about your involvement in these leaks, and you decide to leave out that you'd... This is the dregs. We're circling the drain. It's all over, bar the shouting. This is the absolute fucking dregs of the dregs of the dregs, okay? This is 2-week-old, well, not, you can still consume it, but it's not very nice. This is 3-day-old cardboard consistency takeout pizza that you've frozen and unfrozen. This is 2-week-old pizza, frozen and unfrozen in the fridge. This is the absolute scraps. This is the shit that they sweep off the fucking bone to put into dog food. Okay? We are dealing with the dregs of the dregs of the dregs. Perhaps, you know, one of the most retarded hanger-ongers that you are going to get to know, perhaps, we will see. This is all about the MamaMax leaks, okay? The leaks of the Discord server, the screenshots, the evidence, everything that got leaked, okay? When it comes to leaks, there's different interested parties and stakeholders, okay? There's the person that is leaking it, and normally they've got some motivation for leaking it. Maybe they want to see some justice. Maybe they want to get the truth out there. You know, normally, the reason they're leaking it is because they've got, like, some normally more noble interest. Sometimes it can be bitter. Like, I think Slug leaked it because he was kind of bitterly trying to shit on Max after everything that happened. Probably. I don't know much about Slug, but from what I understand, that probably was true. Or maybe to try and bolster their own thing if they've got a YouTube channel or something. But if someone doesn't have a channel and no presence, normally there's some noble goal that they're trying to achieve. Okay? Then other interested parties are going to be like, you know, journalists. Journalists normally would operate to some sort of standard when it comes to this stuff. You've then got the worst version of journalists, the YouTubers, content creators, and drama channels. And unless you get one that's particularly ethical, generally speaking, if you leak it to a YouTuber, you might as well just put it on the internet because it's probably going to get out there because they don't really care that much normally. But there's some YouTubers, I mean, look, I'm not a noble person or anything, but if someone leaked me something and said, please don't show this, I wouldn't show it. And I would, you know, hold back on that. But if you pass it on to a YouTuber, the likelihood is, you know, it's gonna go out anyway. And then there's the viewers, the end consumers that want to see everything. They just want it. They want to see it. What is it? What have you got? Let me see. Without maybe thoughts of any sort of implications beyond that, right? So basically, you had these people that had these leaks from the MamaMax Discord server, okay? And they weren't really sure what to do. One of them ended up sending it to a couple of YouTubers, a decision I think they ended up regretting because they didn't realise maybe exactly what was going to happen with it, right? But obviously that then got covered. I think Queeman was criticised for showing it on stream, but in fairness to Queeman, he did say to the person that leaked it what he was planning to do. He sent a message that said, like, you know, that he was going to go over it. But also, Queeman's the kind of guy where if you said, hey, you know, I don't want to leak this, please don't go over this on stream, he probably would listen and wouldn't do it, right? You know, you've got to build your trust and stuff like that. I think if someone sent him something in confidence, it probably wouldn't get leaked. Well, there was the, well, we don't need to go into that. Anyway, so the point is, you know, I will speak to Queeman's character on that at least. I think if he'd have been told, don't leak this on stream, I don't think he would have leaked it on stream, right? Now, I actually got wind of this leak via Queeman talking about it, and my first instinct was, oh, damn, I hope Queeman is able to get something out of this, right? Okay? So, you know, I didn't really say I'll do anything about it or really make any substantive efforts to go out my way to get the leaks. but I just thought, oh damn, maybe Queenman can stream about this and cover it, and it'll be good for his channel. And so we kind of spoke about it a bit, but then it started to get,
okay, that's
a bit wider spread,
but how
basically.
do I make money off depressed people?
But anyway, the leakers, I think, were a bit concerned about this and didn't know exactly what to do, and they were getting pulled in all different directions. They've never done this before. They seem to be quite young, okay? So that's kind of where we are, right? Now, with all these YouTubers and people knocking about, you've always got, like, all this kind of random people also somewhat involved in one way or another, okay? So there's people that want to be part of it. Maybe they've got their own really small channel, but they also want to be part of it. So sometimes they try and involve themselves in something that's happening in small or big ways, okay? Now, I don't care about this that much, but because I mentioned it yesterday and it kind of pissed me off, I thought I'd get into it, okay? But basically, there's this guy called Colton, right? These people in the background that do stuff to help channels, they kind of, range from absolute shitting idiot retards all the way through to, more substantive, reasonable people that actually do help and offer you assistance and stuff, right? Colton lands more towards the retard angle, but has done some things which are okay in the past, which I think are commendable, okay? So, Colton decided to inject himself into this leak stuff for some reason, okay? And I just want to show you a tweet that he put out in response to him seeing Queeman going over it, okay? Hopefully this is going to start to make sense. If you've got any questions, I will answer them. I know it's a bit, you probably don't know who the fuck Colton is. But I'm going to bring him on in a sec. I've spoken to the leaker of Max's server. Only a few select YouTubers were sent this. Oh, you can't see it. Only a few select YouTubers were sent this, albeit poor choices. Don't believe anyone saying this will come out anyway. This is in response to Queeman saying this on his stream. It is solely on whoever shows it to the public for YouTube attention in exchange for these people's safety. The leaker sent nothing else out after I got in touch and told them about the legal stuff. Some creators have agreed not to leak this stuff and try to help survivors behind the scenes. Others just care about money and attention. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Now, alongside this, you can go and see, obviously you need to pick it apart a little bit, okay? But he was in Queeman's stream, desperately trying to get him to stop looking at the leaks. And Queeman said, these are all going to get leaked anyway, who cares, fuck off. And then he went to Lyrics as well, and he was getting very upset with Lyrics for talking about the Queeman stream and was concerned that Lyrics was going to show something, right? So he's trying to position himself as some sort of authority that should be respected in regards to all of this, when he's a literal humegalo glup shito who, is associated with some commentary channels and people know of him, right? What's this? Stinky Farts. Stinky Farts 420. Stinky Fat 420 Lover. You spelt it wrong. You fucked it up. So yeah, the question here is to this Colton guy is, what the fuck have you got to do with any of this? This is literally nothing to do with you. You've got no involvement in this. Your help wasn't asked for, okay? My basic take on this is, if you're a leaker, right, it's in your interest to do whatever it is you want to do. So you should probably avoid leaking it to people. The only people you should leak it to are trusted individuals that you trust to not leak it on a personal level, okay? Sending it to a bunch of YouTubers is probably not the best idea, right? If you're a YouTuber, I believe you should work against your own self-interest, okay? And I don't think that you should like leak and be a fucking stingy with it, right? But if you've got leaks, you should adhere to what the leaker is telling you to do, and you shouldn't just leak it, and you should do your best to not send it to others if that's been requested, okay? If you are a leaker and you send it to someone, you should tell them very clearly, you know, what the fucking deal with it is and why you don't want them to leak it or whatever the situation is. Do you want them to leak it to other people? Do you want to keep it to themselves? Do you want to cover it on stream? Whatever, right? But bear in mind, whenever you send it to like a YouTuber or even maybe some journalist, there's going to be a self-interest there where they're going to want to try and benefit from that information, right? And unfortunately, yeah, this leaker, I think it's due to lack of knowledge of how to do it more than anything else. But the way that they interacted with me and Queeman gave no indication that they were looking to keep it private. There was nothing said like, "Oh, please don't share this" or something like that. So the leaker should have been clear about what they wanted from their end, right? But I think there was confusion and misunderstanding about exactly what was happening and stuff like that, right? No one knows what you're talking about. Well, go and watch someone else then. If you don't like what I'm covering, then go and watch something else. It really is that simple. There's other people that seemingly are somewhat interested, okay? I'm not even interested in this. I don't even care about this. So anyway, this Colton guy has got himself involved and he's going around behind the scenes, apparently talking to people and trying to like pull strings and weird stuff like that, okay? Also, on top of this, there was this that got leaked, which was his DMs with the leaker, okay? So I just want you to note the tone and the approach that Colton takes with the leaker, okay? So who else are you sending the evidence to? I sent it to like Chud Lyrics, I sent some to Mr. Sen, and I sent it to Slug, but I regret sending it to Slug because I didn't realise how he was, but yes, just YouTubers. Do you think you can delete all you sent to Sen and Slug just in case they haven't downloaded it all yet? Except the Discord server message. There's an active case Muta is working on behind the scenes that those two will fuck up. Chud 2, just in case. Lyrics and I were sifting through it tonight to try and help them, except Spencer. Or could you allow me to have the server messages and censor for Chud Lyrics to show on stream? I deleted what I sent to Slug, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Sen is a vicious motherfucker who doxed Lyrics on Slug's stream a few days ago and is all in it for clout, just like Slug himself. Chud and Lyrics are in it for good reasons. So anyway, this conversation backwards and forwards about leaking it. Maybe they've downloaded it. This isn't really that relevant necessarily, but you get the gist. Anyway, going further. They're just talking about the nature of the leaks. And he seemingly is trying to put himself in between Lyrics and the leaker, even though like Lyrics is perfectly capable of looking through and deciding what he wants to do with it and censoring as necessary and communicating with the leaker to understand what should and shouldn't happen, right? But he's trying to like interject himself. Anyway, so they discuss and decide what they're going to do. Glad I could help. I wouldn't say help. This is really fucked, dude. You should have seriously vetted who gave you this stuff, who you gave this stuff to first. He's talking to him like he's his fucking teacher or something. I know, it's a fucked situation. You probably deserve pimp slaps until your jaw breaks. You didn't give it to anyone else? Only Queeman. Why did you give it to him and when? Before you reached out to me was when I gave it to him. I didn't know what to do with the information and I was overwhelmed. I didn't read all the information I just documented. That's not an excuse. Your panic was send this proof that could get a pedophile locked away to everyone. Having looked at it in a bit more detail, I'm sorry to break it to everyone, but there is not enough information in this evidence to lock a pedophile away, okay? The best chance that any individual victim has, if they do feel that something bad has happened, is to completely disassociate from this campaign and work with authorities to file their own case. Wrapping it up into this big cult dynamic was a big fucking retarded mistake. There's nowhere near enough information for having a cult. And also having a cult in and of itself isn't illegal. It's not illegal to have a cult. You can file any crimes that you think have been committed completely outside of any of the cult dynamic, and you can do that individually with the authorities. Trying to build it into a big case creates the situation where, you know, you could be, the defense is going to accuse you of, what's it called? Working with other survivors to create a narrative. Basically, there's going to be things that could be poked holes in you to reduce your credibility. Really fucking stupid to do all of it. None of this evidence is that substantive to actually bring a legal case. You know, anyone that's involved should deal individually and go off and do it themselves, which I think may be happening in some cases. But anyway. No, you're misunderstanding. I was sending this so someone could actually analyze this information because it's a lot. I'm kind of pissed at Lyrics too. He should have reached out to me. And they obviously don't know how to handle this. They're trusting Colton here. I'm sorry for sending this to everyone. Real lives are in danger. I should have just sent it to Lyrics. That's it. I never have been in this sort of situation. That's fair, as long as you learn from this. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Bro, fuck off. I'll learn from this. Anytime a YouTuber reaches out to me about the situation, I will notify you. And then talks about Sen reaching out for deleted information. Don't send a single thing. You should block him. You should probably block him. He's like Slug, but with a slightly bigger platform. He's dishonest when it suits him, a doxer, and only in it for attention. Okay, I'll block him. Thank you. He's blocked. And Slug? Yeah, I'll block Slug too. Holy shit. Holy shit. Queenman is leaking the stuff on live. Yeah, fuck. By the way... What the fuck is this? Oh, we looked at those the other day. By the way, Queenman didn't leak anything that would even... It's insane. There was literally nothing that Queenman showed that was that bad. It was just stuff about the cult stuff, which is all bullshit, like couldn't be submitted for evidence. Anyway, I'm not a legal expert, obviously, okay? But I just don't think that a bunch of incoherent messages going over this cult dynamic would be admissible in like a case of a serious crime. I just don't believe that's the case, okay? I might be wrong about that. He didn't show any of the medical stuff or any of the police information, nothing of that. So there was this big panic about what Queenman was showing when he didn't show anything beyond just the kind of cringy cult Twilight LARP stuff. You should delete everything with him and block him too. Okay, deleted everything with him. And then he put that tweet out that we just looked at, and then he apologizes again. And then he demands that and he says Queenman should be hounded. Colton is a commentary spurg. He's an idiot. He's a little fucking retarded commentary spurg, okay? So anyway. There we go. Yeah, I guess you could say he's a Lyrics orbiter, sure. So anyway, the reason I got like involved in this little back scene shit, right? I mean, I obviously knew the bit of this was going on, but I said on my stream that someone had reached out to me and they'd asked me for the evidence because they'd heard that I'd gotten hold of it. And it was for a bigger YouTuber that might be making a video about it. And I was like, who is it? I don't know if they want to be named or not, so I'm going to keep them out of it. But yeah, I was like, yeah, okay, sure. And I sent it across because obviously, you know, I trust them. I personally think if you've got like a leak, censor all information and just put it onto a site. That's my personal view on it, right? Save all this fucking bullshit. Save all this nonsense of like YouTubers keeping it to themselves and using it to benefit their channel and stuff like that. You know, if I had a friend or someone I'm familiar with that got a leak and I thought they'd benefit from it and they're like a small channel, I'd be like, yeah, cool, you fucking do that, right? But I personally think that if you get a leak or if you've got hold of a leak or you're a leaker, you should just put it onto a website with all the PII redacted. Boom. There we go. Then everyone can fucking take their pick and go from there, right? It's so stupid. This like, oh no, we need to. Oh, I'm gonna keep it for myself so I can get all the fucking juice out of it. You know, I fucking hate that shit so much, man. Obviously, if you get sent something and someone wants advice, you know, you can help them if you want. But I just think it should always be about getting public information into the public domain so people can do what they want with it, right? Unless you're leading an investigation on something or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, very cringe behavior. Anyway, this person that messaged me said, oh, Colton had mentioned that you've got a pact to not give the information to people. And I'm like, I mean, obviously I'm not going to, you know, I'm not just going to dish it out to any Tom, Dick and Harry because then I'd, you know, be worried about distributing information with I've not looked at, so I don't know what's in it that might be bad. And I'm not going to fucking go through all of it. But anyway, I was like, what the fuck? I think I didn't agree to that. So from what I can gather, this is my understanding of the situation, right? Colton he's been inserting himself in this and going around to like different people and telling like different tales in order to try and have some role in controlling the flow of information. And I don't know why exactly he's wanting to do that. Got a few ideas, but I'm not sure exactly. So we're going to bring him on and we're going to get him to tell his story and see what he's got to say for himself, okay? But before we do, I just want to say this. I woke up at like 5 a.m. this morning to an absolute schizo post from Colton that I didn't read. And then shortly after that, Colton deleted it all and said, oh, I'll just speak to you on stream. I was like, okay. Okay. I was like, okay. I think I'm getting like a chest infection or something. The winter months are quite hard on me. I used to have asthma when I was a kid. But anyway, I wanted to show you this. So Colton sent me this message. This gives you a bit of an insight into the kind of guy we're dealing with. He sent me this message and said, Chud, Leviathans are coming for you.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
So this is the kind of person we're dealing with, okay? Make of that what you will, I guess. Right, Colton, join the green room. Let's begin. The trial of Colton. The trial of the idiot Colton. The town idiot, the town fool. He's like the town fool, okay? Colton, Leviathan's coming for you. Okay, you're coming up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, are you on mobile?
Yeah, is the audio gay?
No, your audio's good, but I can't see you.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
You better not be doing anything weird.
Oh, no.
Okay.
What the hell? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my phone. I'm sorry. Like, it's because I got dragged in and it's on mobile.
Just put your fucking camera on however you want. Just get on with it.
Yeah, I'm trying. Alright, so... Fuck. Hold on.
Dude, this guy's an absolute fucking waste of space, isn't he? What the fuck? What an absolute joker. But yeah, guys. Anyway, how we doing? Dead air. He's in my... Oh, here we go. Bro. I think we have... What? No! No! I am not fucking wasting my time doing private calls about this shit, you fucking moron. Are you serious? I just want to get this fucking dealt with. I don't care about this that much. I just want you to come on. I'm going to berate you for a bit about you being a retard. You can try and explain your case, and that's it. Okay, let me... Just... It's fine. I'll just do it this way. I'm calling you now. Just answer. I'm calling you now. Answer. I'm doing it on a private call. I'm doing it on a DM. I thought you meant privately off stream. That's fine. We can do it this way. Bro, this is absolutely fucking unbelievable. What the fuck is your problem? You're an utter retard, bro.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But, how are you doing?
Why are you... What the fuck is... So... Why have you dressed up?
What do you mean?
You're dressed up like a vampire to play on the Camden Drug Davis thing.
I just felt like dressing nice for the occasion. I don't know. All right,
What
so
mental
you want to talk about
disability...
this?
Wait. Can you just inform me what mental disabilities you're diagnosed with, please?
All of them.
Okay. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Listen,
I think,
I'm 50-50 on this. I kind of care about it to some degree, to talk about it seriously, but I also don't care, and, you know, it's kind of funny to me. I just want to know, because to me it seems like you've inserted yourself into this drama to try and control the flow of information for some reason. Why don't you tell me your story of what happened, start to finish?
All right, so the start of it was I got involved when I was requesting police reports.
True, that is true.
Yeah,
Which
and I
you
was
fucked up initially, remember?
yes, I spelled the name wrong on the first one, and so I kept having, or no, it was no, it was one of them was using a pseudonym, and I found out the real name, and so I put that in, and they told me that there was a report.
Sure, that's true, but that's not the only part you fucked up. Because
Did I
you're not a
misspell a name?
successful content creator, okay, you're not very discerning, so you made statements that were confusing, right? Didn't you? You were like, there's no police report, and then you were like, no, I got it wrong, there is a police report. You basically put out red herrings, I would say, because you weren't cool, calm, and collected in dealing with it.
I believe I just said that I didn't get one, or that they didn't have one under the name. Maybe I misspoke occasionally, but I did my best to be accurate on that, so...
No. The thing is, here's what happened, okay? And you can fucking say what you want. I know you're fucking what you're thinking, okay? I know what you're thinking better than you do because you're fucking autistic. You want to get some scoop, right? You hide behind, oh, I'm helping victims, which there may be some truth in that, but you want a scoop and you excitedly put out information before you'd really confirmed what the truth was.
I mean, it was more of, I mean, isn't that what everyone's doing with the streams right now? It was more of, I was just updating people on the whole, like I was just showing whatever I found because everyone wanted to know if there was truth to the police reports. And that was really what it was. It wasn't initially like to help victims. It was just to help everyone. Like it was to get to the bottom of what was going on, you know? And so then about, after I found out that, or after like Max's second
okay,
stream,
hang on a sec. So you're saying that the police report thing wasn't about helping victims necessarily. You were trying to help the community understand what's going on, right?
Yeah.
You wanted to put out information initially because you wanted some benefit and attention from putting this police report out, correct? You wanted to get a scoop.
Say that.
Right, okay.
I mean, I was fine if other people reported it. I was requesting it because nobody else was. Like,
no, sure, and I commend you for that.
I never had plans. I never had plans to be like an online, you know, like career or anything, which is why I've been offline.
I just want to be very clear about what I'm saying because I'm not saying you're a complete and utter retard, okay, in every aspect. I do commend you, and I think you bringing the police report to the forefront was good. But I'm just saying that my belief is that you make mistakes because of your keenness to get information out, which causes a bit more confusion.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can break
Sorry
bread
if
on
I
that. We
quoted
don't.
Max.
It's fine. We don't. I was maybe describing harshly. We don't have to get into the fucking weeds of accepting my exact criticism. As long as you broadly agree that's what was happening, I'm cool with that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And because I don't want to drag up really old drama as well. But I watched your video about. Do you remember the Edwin video?
Yeah.
I think Edwin did some stuff wrong, but I think the way that you framed it was, again, it was like more to get a scoop and stoke drama than actually look at the facts and lay it out plainly and clearly.
No, I think the issue with that video was that I made a lot of statements that sounded like like I was calling him a pedophile when that I should have not put those in at all. Um, yeah, I talked to Nick and Boblax when they did the stream on it, and yeah, I agree with them when they said that. I should
Okay,
have
well,
cut those
that's
out.
yeah. Like I say, I haven't known you that long, but from the time I have known you, I feel like I've got to understand some of these issues with what you do, and it seems like the issues repeat themselves. Um, and this is now getting to the most recent thing. I feel like that's what's happened here. My belief is that you want to kind of feel important, so you're kind of inserting yourself into this. You're acting like the shadow broker of information when you haven't really got any need to do that. Like if you work in an office, you'd be the fucking coffee boy, but you're trying to be the fucking CEO, right?
You don't mean that. You don't mean that.
Okay. You might be able to fetch a couple of papers from time to time as well. I think we'd allow that.
That's fine. I accept that. Yeah.
Okay. But okay. Oh look, you did it. You're the right way
Sorry,
around.
I just realized that it was fucked. So yeah,
I don't know if that was a stylistic choice you were making.
yeah. I was just sitting on the wall because I'm a vampire. Hiss.
Okay.
Um, but
So
uh,
I want to give you a chance, and I'm not going to interject unless there's something crazy you say. I just want you to say what your interaction with this leak thing is from start to finish, and your side of the story.
well, everyone's judging what I've been doing based on. This is so fucking stupid just looking at it. Everyone's judging what I've been doing based on like the set of DMs with this like random leaker person.
Hmm.
First off, saying you deserve to be pimp slapped until your jaw's broken is one of the greatest lines of all time, and I'm never gonna apologize for that. It's based as hell. But and if someone like if anyone has seen me on Lyric's streams or like anywhere and they think that I meant that literally or like seriously, then they're kind of beyond help. Like that was clearly hyperbolic. Well,
Okay,
I won't
right.
say
You're
clearly.
focusing on the granular. Look, just quickly on that. I don't think that was a genuine threat of violence, but I just think you had an unearned sense
You have
of
common sense. Thank you.
superiority.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, regarding the whole thing. So again, I was focusing on because the point here, right, is everyone's judging
I
like
just
my
want
whole
you to tell
attitude.
me. Okay, let me ask again. You tell me what happened with your interaction in this leak
No, I'm
situation
telling
from
you.
start
I'm
to
telling you.
finish. No, you're starting with
I'm
the
telling you
DMs, which
because
is partway through.
all right, yeah. So the whole thing is I've been telling survivors to go to the cops and get away from Max because according to them, Max has been telling them that like all the videos on him are slanderous. They're not allowed to watch Nick's video. They're not allowed to watch Muda's. So because I already have them added from like or I had one of them added, she got introduced to another somehow. But oh yeah, it's from a live stream. But I was talking to the one that I had added a month ago or so. It was telling me all this that like Max is telling them all that, and Max and Spencer are telling them all that they're like you and Nick and Lyrics and Muda are like lying about them and that they shouldn't watch your coverage of them. And so the first time that they're hearing about anything that Max or Spencer have done is like me explaining the videos and that they're like manipulating the whole story because they've been losing faith in them and so they're like coming to other people
Okay,
starting
what you're
to
doing right now is you're explaining to me to try and make yourself look good. Like, actually, I'm on the side of the commentary guys that are calling Max out, and I'm telling all
I'm
these girls what's happening. I want to know what happened with the leaks.
the leaks. Oh, all right. So with the leaks, I think you and I are on the same page there because I just wanted to censor it, and then you could show whatever. The whole point was showing stuff with like real names and stuff, like
Hmm.
in messages. That's
So,
what it
what's the
was about.
full story? I want every detail of your involvement in this from start to finish in as succinct a way as you can tell it.
Uh, I thought you got mad when I was doing that.
I got mad
So
because you are telling me, details that are not relevant to my matter of interest. Okay, I'm sure that you
okay,
probably have talked to people and you've sold the case of the commentary guys calling them out. But I want to know the leaks, which only happened recently. What is your involvement and interaction in regards to that?
So on the stream, I was essentially telling uh Lorix that if he wanted, I could like look through because he was getting sent them live on stream, and so I was like, can we like call about this later? We eventually did, but I was like, can we talk about the all this stuff and like censor it? And he said that it was going to him, and I thought just some were going to either Sen or Slug at the time, one of the two.
Okay.
But I was essentially just like talking with him to like censor the leaks for what he wanted to show on the stream. And then he like gave me the leaker's like tag to like talk to him, and I was
Okay.
asking the leaker like, "What's going on? Who have you leaked this to?"
Yeah.
He was giving me all these names. I'm like, "Okay, can I censor the private stuff so that if
Right.
another channel covers them, it won't get out?" Because I've part of the thing that I did before was censoring Kai's police report, and I was very thorough with that. And I like the only thing that I've ever done right is censor things, and that's why because you can say that I offered to censor for you, right?
Yes, you did. I agree. So you reached out to me.
Okay, that's wonderful.
And you
But
said,
how
It's
do
never
I can
been
censor
about
it and send it
money
to you.
off depressed people?
So go
Tell
on.
Dracula the red light's
I'm
gonna
sorry.
make him
It's just it's not, my point is it's never been about concealing information because it's being twisted into that, but it's been about just concealing the private like
I
information of
see.
like the victim. Like,
So your only
identifying stuff.
interest in the situation is just getting involved. From my understanding, the only thing you're concerned about is censoring information so you can send it to relevant YouTubers you think can cover it fairly. Is that right?
That's one thing, yeah.
What
I
else is
have
there?
talked to well, I've told the victims like essentially just because I've talked to two of them so far. And I've just told them like just go to the police. This is what Max and Spencer have done. This is what they've been exposed for. And like I'm talking to another person right now who's unrelated to the situation, but she's like been through this stuff legally from a similar situation. She's like helping provide resources for them, like victim stuff. So I'm going to refer them to her as well.
Wow.
And another
Very
thing,
noble of you.
I was literally okay. I'm not trying to make it sound, but I was literally on a call with one of the victims a few nights ago, and I literally told her block everyone online, including me. Like, if as long as you go to the police, like that's the whole thing,
Mm,
and like just don't pay attention to stuff that's online.
okay.
Like that's my whole point. Like it's not
So
about stuff from.
I guess my question is, if your only concern in this was just to censor the information, why did you get so upset that Queeman was showing the censored information on stream?
Well, because at the time I had just heard that he was showing all the leaks, and I was
Right.
like, what the fuck? I didn't think he had enough time to censor them. So I went in his chat and asked if he censored them, and he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And then I just had
Wait, that's not
I asked
true
someone else.
because then you wait a second, because then you were fucking messaging the leaker about it. And you were, making them freak out as well, weren't you?
Yeah, because I thought he was going to show more of the stuff. Because
Right.
this is another thing I was about to say, is whether it's there's like a set of messages between two people, and whether those are censored or not, it has like like extreme identifying information that like points out who they are anyway, like in the case. And that was part of and I also had someone else ask Queeman, like, are you going to show that on stream? And he said, like, no, I'm not going to get into that part of it. So I was like, okay, you know.
So
I
okay, in
thought
that particular instance, I think that, what you did is you overreacted to a situation you didn't really understand and you caused
certainly,
more
yeah, I did,
issues
yeah.
by freaking out about it, right? You were, as I said,
Mhm.
freaking out the bitches is how I referred to it, right?
Yeah, the bitches were
Mm.
tripping, definitely.
Okay, so I think that was a mistake. Yeah,
I
and
agree, yeah.
this
I shouldn't have
sure, okay.
overreacted. That was cringy.
And the other thing that I wanted to get into as well is what is this thing that you said to other people that there was some sort of pact to not share the information?
I don't even know why I worded it like that. I essentially was getting the point across that you, Lyrix, and I weren't planning to show any of the information on a stream. And I
Right.
like literally looked up the word pact in my messages earlier today, and just to see that I worded it like that because I was fucking cringe. Um,
Mm.
I should have worded it much better than that. But yeah, that's what it was
Because
about, like not
we
showing
never
stuff.
we never agreed
Yeah, no,
anything
no,
like that, right? You said to me,
no, absolutely.
right, okay. So why
Yeah,
were you
I just
trying to
asked you if you
why were
were.
you trying to speak for me then? That makes it seem like you
I
were trying to limit the spread of information and control it. Because if someone had messaged me, I wouldn't send it to anyone. But if I trusted them and they were a big YouTuber or something, I'd be like, yeah, sure. or any YouTuber that I thought
I
we
mean,
trusted.
yeah, again, it's not a matter of like controlling the information. It's just a matter of like showing personal identifying stuff.
Mm.
And what I was saying is like you showing it on stream because again, I worded it fucking horribly, but it was that you weren't going to show certain stuff on stream. That was my point, and neither was lyrics. Because
Okay,
based off
interesting.
what you told me off the DMs, because I asked you, you said you weren't going to show a certain, you know what I'm talking about. You weren't going to show certain stuff, and then I was essentially telling the other person that, but I just worded it bad. That's what that
Sure.
was.
So why is it that you asked the leaker to redact and delete their DMs with me?
Um, just so that I could censor it, because in the same DMs I tell him so I can censor it and have him send it to you, or I could send it to you, right? That's what I said. Because the plan wasn't to keep it from you. It was to just again censor the information.
But then you seem to be the one to do that. You know, for all you know, I've got perfectly adequate resources to censor whatever I want. You know, there's people I trust in my
Sure,
community
but
that I
two
can
names
send it
got
to.
through, so
Hey,
and two names got through on your stream, so
yeah, I mean, sure, that was a small error, sure, but I don't think that was a particularly big deal, and I don't think anyone really cares
it
about that.
wasn't. No,
So it
no,
seems
that's
like
not
you're
my
kind of
point. Is it was
nitpicking,
a big
right?
deal?
I didn't show
I
any of the
am, yeah.
Discord fucking handles or anything. Yeah.
No, no, I'm not. I'm not like. I don't think you're like, you know, bad for it or anything. Not in the slightest. But that was my whole point. Is just like in case someone makes a mistake in censoring it. So
Yeah, sure. So there was like a minor mistake made, but you're kind of trying to use that to act like, well, you should have censored it then, where for all I know, you might have made a mistake.
no, no, no. I'm not saying I should have
And
censored. I'm just
right.
explaining. I'm sorry. I'm just explaining why I was like up to like I really wanted to censor it because I'd be extra like making sure nothing got through. That's my point. That's why I wanted to be the one to censor it.
Yeah, sure. There's another angle that I'm a bit concerned about with this as well, because you're claiming that once you were familiar, you're acting like once you knew the information was censored, it was no big deal. Why did you then go into Lyric's stream and get mad at him for promoting Queeman's stream?
Oh, oh no, that was a yeah, no, that was definitely that was serious. No, that was a bit. I wasn't actually like I'm always in Lyrics' chat, like
Right.
going like, bro, why are you showing this for extra stuff?
Okay,
Literally
that's
ask him.
come on. Listen, you're not going to pull the wool over my eyes. You're full of shit. It was a bit. Do we need to get Lyrics in here to find if
You're
it's a
right. I was
bit?
serious. Sorry, you got me. I was mad. I was
Why were you
mad.
mad? If your only concern was it being censored, which Queeman did.
Um, I just was. I don't know. I just felt like being mad.
Because you were upset that you didn't have control like you wanted to over the nature of what was going on with all this leak stuff. You wanted a bigger part in it, and you didn't manage to achieve that.
That's exactly right. Yes.
Okay, thank you for being honest.
Mhm.
So is that it? Is that everything?
Sorry, I don't want too much dead air. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, before you go, though,
Mhm.
there's one more thing, Colton, that I wanted to talk to you about.
All right.
I reviewed a call between you and the people that are the leakers. And in that call, you said that you wanted access to the information so that you could do a stream on Valentine's Day, donating the money to Rain, and then you were going to leave the internet for good after. Why did you leave that out of your story?
Because you didn't ask about it, but I'll tell you. So the
Wait,
plan initially
no, hang on a
was
second. I
no, no,
told
no.
you.
Listen.
No.
I'll
I
tell you
told
right
you to
now.
tell me the story from start to finish, and you left that bit out,
You
didn't
kept cutting
you?
me off. You kept cutting me off.
No, I didn't. I said, is that
I was
everything
being
at the
detailed.
end? And
I
you
was
said
being
yes.
detailed. No, motherfucker.
You've
I
been
was being
caught out.
detailed.
You wanted the
I was being
information because you
detailed.
wanted to
You're
do a
like, no, no,
stream to
no.
get some clout for charity, something or other, right? Let's be
No,
real
no, no,
here.
no, no, no. No, okay. The what I was gonna leak on the stream was Spencer's stuff that I already had.
Okay, well, if it's
I
so
asked them if
innocent,
they
why didn't
wanted
you
me to
tell me?
show it.
Why didn't you tell
No,
me about
no, no,
it?
no. Well, let me talk. Let me talk. I asked them if they wanted me to show that stuff. They said no. I was like, okay, fine, then I won't. Literally, that's in the call, right? I literally say it's up to you guys. If you don't want me to show it, I won't. I won't even do the fucking stream. Literally, come on.
But
Come
why
on.
didn't you tell me about that in your story?
Because you kept cutting me off.
I said at the end,
I
is that everything? And you said yes.
I don't know. I forgot then. Like, the,
That
yeah,
seems like
that
quite
was it in
pertinent
terms of the
information when I'm asking you about your involvement in these leaks, and you decide to leave out that you'd spoken to the leakers and wanted to do
yeah.
a
Hold
charity
on,
stream
hold on.
about it.
No, you were talking about like the leaks regarding the fucking the like the initial wave, right? That's what I
I
thought
was.
you meant.
Come on. You're coping. That is a massive piece of information
Is
that's
that I'm
important,
kind of
that
coping.
speaks to your character, that you were trying to navigate your way in there because you wanted access to do some charity stream on Valentine's Day.
Wait, so what information? Because you're talking about the Spencer stuff, right? The stuff which again I said if you guys don't want me to do the stream, I won't.
You
The
left out
leakers,
a
the
key
leakers.
interaction that you had with the leakers where you were speaking with them about doing a charity stream on Valentine's Day. You left that out completely.
Yeah, because again, like you kept saying, like, tell me the full story. I just get into the full story. You're like, okay, no, get into this. I'm like, okay, so I tell that. You're like, okay, get into this. You're like, is that all? I'm like,
I left
think,
it
yeah.
extremely broad to enable you to speak up about this. I thought it
No,
would be something you would
you kept
mention.
fucking cutting me off. You kept cutting
No,
me
that's not
literally
true
off.
because you were talking about
You
completely
kept saying
irrelevant
you were 20
information
minutes.
and I wanted to focus you on the leaks and you completely left out this conversation you had with the leakers, which would be critical to talk about as part of this.
I'll tell
Right?
you want. I'll explain the whole conversation right now.
Okay.
Want to hear it?
Now, finally, let's go. Okay, so there is something else you want to talk to us about then. So
Yeah.
you
So
weren't
let
being
me
completely
can I
upfront with
explain
me.
the
There is
story?
something
Can I
else you
explain
want
the
to talk
story?
about. Now I've reminded you. So tell me
Yeah.
about the charity thing. Let's go.
Okay. So the plan was, I was first off. The plan was one of the reasons I disappeared was to work on this stream. And what it was going to reveal is stuff, which I'll reveal right now. I'm not doing the fucking stream anymore. I decided to call it off because people don't want it done. So fuck it. But the what I was going to reveal the stuff that I was going to reveal, sorry, is that Spencer was behind everything. And that's part of what these other leakers are leaking. And they had
Right.
some similar stuff. They have their own stuff. And we had a call about it where they were like saying that they were going to leak this on other platforms. I offered to put it on the stream. They were adamantly against it. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. If you guys don't want me to do it, I won't do it. And
But the
then
reason you were upset
this
is because
random.
you
Okay,
wanted a
that's
little
wonderful.
juicy
But
fucking
how do
nugget
I
for
make
yourself when you couldn't
money
get it.
off depressed people?
Ask this little
No,
moppy-D
that's
rat
not it at all. Part of
freakazoid
the
why
well,
he
part of the
stalked
reason that I
Creepzilla
wanted to
into
do
the
it as a
movie theatre.
charity, like a fundraiser deal, which I was going to do on Tiltify, so there's no pocketing allegations. But fucking the point of it was so that something good could come from it to give to Rain.
Okay.
Because fuck
So
it.
you're
And
presenting that
expose
as a
the person.
completely altruistic act. I mean, we can get into the ethics of
I
charity and
don't
stuff,
know how
but
great,
clearly
like,
this is another angle where you're trying to weasel your way in because you want an angle that you can come at this with to generate some sort of attention or respect, if not money in this case, because it's going to charity.
wait. No, it wasn't. And that's why I mentioned this in the call, right? Is because it's not about that. Because if it was, why would I disappear right after the stream if I wanted respect?
Well, you said you were going to do that, right? And I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you've said that you're going to disappear before and you're fucking still here, like a vampire, literally,
Yeah, I
right?
disappeared for like a month just to see what Max was gonna do with the story. He fucked it up, so I came back, told
No,
everyone.
listen, I don't want to fuck it. Listen, this has been embarrassing enough for you. I don't want to go into all of it, okay? But I know about other times that
You
you
know,
have decided to disappear from the internet because embarrassing things have happened and you've come back. So I don't put any faith in this idea that you're going to disappear from the internet forever, okay?
I guess we'll see.
Why did you leave that out, though?
Because you kept cutting me off. You're like, is there anything else? I'm like, I don't know. No.
Okay, so let me
Like,
ask you this. I'm asking you about your interaction in regards to the leaks. And you don't think to tell me about a 30-minute, maybe longer conversation that you had with the leakers. You didn't think that was pertinent information.
no.
Why
Like,
not? I'm asking you about the leaks,
because
and you're
nothing
not telling
came
me
from
about a
it.
key interaction you had with the leakers where information was revealed that could potentially impugn your character.
Well, I'm willing to tell it. Like, is there anything else you want to go over in that call? I'll tell you right now. Like,
But why didn't you
again,
tell
it
me
was
before I
about
asked you about it? That would
this
suggest
is
you're
what
trying
happened.
to obfuscate and hide it and not address it and talk about it. And
I
we
think
only know about it because I actually looked into it and found out about it and have revealed it to everyone. And if I hadn't done that, you would be leaving. You would be leaving the call without anyone knowing that call happened. And, there's stuff in that
no.
call that I think, I mean, I'll let the jury decide, but like there's things in that call that would suggest that you're trying to get an angle because you want to do something with the information.
You got me.
I feel like you're just admitting to this because you don't like the confrontation.
No, you got me. It was I maliciously lied just like a few minutes ago.
Okay. So you didn't, you in the back of your mind, you were thinking of the call, but you didn't mention it because you thought I wouldn't know about it, right?
Exactly, yes.
Thank
That's what
you.
happened. Of course. Is there anything else, Your Honor?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you like this?
I don't know. I don't know why my camera's like that. That was kind of weird.
You know, I was like, okay, this young lad seems like he's got some stuff going on and knows what's what. I hear all these rumors about you. And now your reputation to me is in tatters. What the fuck is wrong with you? Monster, good choice. Cheers. Chin chin.
Cheers. Cheers, baby.
Because, you know, assuming that you're being genuine, which I think you probably are. I mean, if you're just accepting that, because it looks pretty fucking bad for you. What, like, I don't know. What, like, why are you like this? Why do you feel the need to interject yourself? When, and the thing is, if you'd have come to me and you'd have laid it out clearly, this never would have happened because I never would have said things on stream that caused the leakers to freak out because you were saying things that they thought were about them and it was all got confusing. It becomes a big mess when you're trying to tell person A, person B, and person C, rather than just tell everyone what's going on and then we're all clear and there's no confusion, right?
Well, here's what okay, no, that's all serious. Here's what I don't get. So, I'm being called manipulative for this, right? Where in public, I'm saying, like, and people are clowning on me for it. I'm saying, don't leak the information. In private, I'm saying, don't leak the information. Like, I, I don't understand the inconsistency there. Because again, right, I'm perfectly fine with anyone else leaking this. Like, what I don't get is like why the charity deal, which I was like I canceled, why that would be like a damning thing if I just didn't go through with it because people didn't want me to do it. Like, I gave it up to the leakers. They didn't want it to happen, so it didn't happen.
No, but the reason it's
And there's
important for
also,
telling this story honestly is because, like I say, you know, you have got other goals and things in mind, and that's why you're telling people different stories because you've got something else in your head that you're not expressing to people. And if you just did that,
what's the
like if you'd have
what's
messaged me
the
and you'd have said, "Hey, Chud, you know, I know about these leaks. There's something I want to do or thinking about doing," or you know, you just laid out to me what your kind of thought process was, I'd have been open to working with that. But because you told me one
point?
thing and then you told someone else, and there's this other call where you're saying something else to the leakers, it creates this confusion, which means I say something on stream, and then the leakers are freaking out at me, thinking you've done something, and it all just gets fucking a mess. And now I've been, I mean, I could have just ignored this, but then I'm getting schizo messages from you, and I've got a leaker messaging me about stuff. You know, it just creates a fucking quagmire. I feel like I'm in quicksand with this bullshit drama. Because of you!
Yeah,
It's your fault!
I do feel bad. I do feel bad for that. I genuinely. Like jokes aside, but with the like, I mean, what do you wish that I like reach out to you for?
Well, the thing is, all I'm saying to you is if you just messaged me and said, "Hey, Chud, I heard you got the leaks," and you'd have just been a bit clearer about what was in your head and what you were thinking about it and what you wanted to do. Like, if you'd have said to me, "Oh, I'm going to do this charity stream," or thinking about doing this charity stream, or "I've spoken to the leakers and this is what happened," or something, it allows me to have clarity to know
Wait,
what's going on.
no. It's not the same leak. No, because the leaks that were going to be on the stream are the Spencer stuff. The stuff I was talking to you about is people. It wasn't in the first patch from what I saw. I mean, so it.
Okay,
I think
listen,
that's the
I don't know
confusion.
the timeline of what batches were released, but to my understanding, there was just a splurge of Discord information that was sent to myself, Queeman, and others.
Yeah, no, they kept. Okay, this is what they told me in the call, and maybe you remember this, but they literally said that there's more stuff that has to do with Spencer that they were going to
Mm.
release. That's what it was. I think that's the confusion here. That's what that was about. The stuff that I talked to you, the like other stuff that got released, some was about Spencer. Most of it was about everyone else. or like a lot of it was about Spencer too, but like there's a ton more stuff about her is my point, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Explaining
sure,
it
yeah.
properly.
No, I understand. Yeah, there was. I
No,
know that there's
literally,
other
listen to the
stuff floating about,
call.
like these people. So I've seen the conversation on Kiwi Farms as well, and they're talking about drip feeding stuff out, and they're getting pushed to just release the whole thing on there, which I've not got no control over. It's nothing to do with me. But but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like it didn't really seem that you were specifically talking about that. I do agree that it seemed like you're more interested in going after Spencer than anything else, and you at least suggested that you cared about victims. I think that was mentioned. But again, I think that's all to kind of obfuscate that you are looking for an angle where you've got something where you can have a little piece of the pie out of this, which is fine if you're honest about that, but you're not.
I mean, I don't know how to word it, but it was it was I don't know. Maybe it's something I haven't thought about. Like I guess subconsciously I wanted that. I don't know, but it's not. It was never at the forefront of my mind of like I need to get the scoop. I suppose is my point. But if you listen to the call, like listen to the call again, like we're talking about Spencer stuff. You can leak it. It's fine. Like if they're fine with it, whoever give it to you. The call, like full call. I don't care if it gets leaked. I don't care if my DMs get leaked. It's like an inconvenience, and I don't want it to
Mhm.
get anything to get leaked if it implicates other people. But I say stuff like again, yeah, I should have been because what you said about being honest with you about like the censoring the DMs and stuff. I feel I should have come to you with that at the beginning, but again, I did eventually come to you with that. Like, do you want this stuff censored? And I was always planning, like, I was never planning to keep it from you.
No, okay. But this is the problem. You're talking. This is you're like projecting onto me this idea that I'm like, you know, trying to retain something to get some sort of scoop or something like that, right? And you're like, oh, I don't
I
care.
don't mean that.
My belief is put the information out to the public in a forum, censoring personal information, and let everyone have their crack at it and make whatever they want to make out of it. And then you can't say fairer than that, right? The leaker gets what they want, the information's in the public domain, and the creators can go and do it. I hate this fucking like business unless you're leading an investigation or there's something reason that you're not going to release it. Leaked information I think should be leaked where possible so everyone has access to it, right? And yeah, it just feels like you're kind of again trying to insert yourself in that flow of information so that you've got some say in where it does and doesn't go. And that's also backed up by the fact that you're in the leaguer's DMs, getting annoyed with them for doing stuff with it that you didn't like, when it's not your fucking business, is it?
No. Well, I mean, it's everyone's business now, isn't it?
No, what I mean is you have got no place. I mean, none of us do to talk to someone like that that's leaking. Like, it's up to them.
Sure, yeah.
And you
And
should be
and like
guiding them to get their goals, where it seemed like you were more interested in berating them because they're not doing things that match your goals, which I just think's fucked, personally.
well, again, I mean, yeah, I see that. Um, I did apologize to them because there were like the sort of like um like you fucked up. I did think that was mean. Like the pimp slap thing is obviously, that wasn't literal, but um,
It doesn't
like
matter. Look, I
the
don't care
I
about the memes or whatever. It's the fact that you have got this unearned sense of superiority over this person when you should be working collaboratively with them to figure out what they want to do.
well, I
Um,
was
you
never
know.
gonna do that. I mean, what I figured they'd leak DMs anyway. So and look, like they're a fucking leaker. They leak everything. So I was
Yeah.
gonna
By the
work with
way, in
them.
fact, we've been berating quite a lot. Okay, I don't want to end this on a berating, as much as my audience are crying for that, I'm sure, because I do want to go to a
Hmm.
different angle with this, and I want to talk about the GoFundMe thing.
Hmm.
So you initially claimed credit for getting the GoFundMe taken down, claiming you sent Lyric's video to them, but then you deleted the tweet, didn't you? What was that about?
Well, someone said that and I think actually quite a few people were saying that it came off like I was bragging, like, look at me, I got a GoFundMe taken down. It was more like like an angry, like fuck you, Max, trying to grift, sort of tweet. I didn't really like what I'm even like me being angry about it or how people sort of saw it as me like bragging. So both of those, I just figured it wasn't worth it. I just took it down. And I shouldn't have tweeted that. I wish I didn't, but you know. I mean, we caught Max in another lie. He said it was mass reported. No, that isn't true.
Well, I mean, other people could have reported it, I guess. But why do you think it's your report that got it taken down?
Well, I mean, I assume that it would have been part of it, even if it were a mass reporting. And again, I don't know if it was my like report solely. I have no reason to believe that. Um, it is possible, but like what all I do know is that I got like an email from GoFundMe, like saying they were looking into it, and then a few hours later it got down. So I don't know. It could have not been. I don't know.
I mean, okay. I said, dude. It feels once again. Okay, actually, right? No. I tell you what it is, right? You again wanted a little fucking piece of the pie, of the MamaMax pie, which is fine. We all want a piece of it. But you're trying to have it act like you've got good intentions when you wanted to be like, yeah, I got the fucking GoFundMe taken down. This is what you said.
No,
This is
no,
what real
I
accountability looks like.
yeah, and no, I look, I did word it in a way where it was like, um, because didn't I also say like you learn who the Leviathan really is? Then I also say that.
Hang on, sorry.
So
Chat is
there
saying
was
to
part of
prove
it
that,
that I
prove it with the email. They want to see the email.
all right, hold on. I'll
I mean,
just
obviously censor it and whatnot, if you've got personal like email or
yeah,
something, but I don't want you
yeah,
to dox yourself if you're going to do that.
yeah. Go fund me.
Oh, shit. Fuck. I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. Sorry, my bad. I fucked up there. There we go.
That's all right. Hmm. Oh, here we go. Survivors, Camden Gerard Davis. All right, I just screenshot this now.
Okay.
All right, it's in DMs. There. If you want, I can like go to the. Hold on, let me see if I can screen record to show it's real.
Sure.
Screen. All right, I don't know if this last part's gonna like reveal something.
Okay. I can show this screenshot on stream, right?
You can, yeah.
Okay. Because this just looks like the report of the GoFundMe. So I
Yeah,
believe that you reported it, but this doesn't show that your
yeah,
report is definitely responsible for taking it down, right?
yeah. No, I said I don't. I just said I don't know if it was.
Right. Okay.
Because again, I don't know if it was mass reported or reported, but either way, it was
I mean,
like
either
I
way,
guess.
to be fair, I don't think mass reports are going to we're going to take something down. Otherwise, everything would constantly be going down on GoFundMe. So I'll give you that.
Yeah, and like I said, like if GoFundMe thought it was genuine, then fuck it, and I guess leave it up. But I don't know, it just felt gross seeing.
I don't. I just I don't want to give credit to Max, but it needs to be correct. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, listen, some people in chat are upset at me because they feel I'm not going hard enough on you. And I think they're right, to be honest. You're kind of just a bit of a pathetic character. So it's difficult for me to, be maybe as harsh as I might be to other people. You're clearly like very autistic and whatnot. And,
No,
but you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, you seem like a very pathetic person. You've come in here, you've lied repeatedly, and you just, as soon as I press you a bit, you go, yeah, you're right. And you just admit to it. But you do it in a way that makes it seem like you just don't want the confrontation, so you're admitting to it. But then it makes you look terrible. So, like, even if you are doing that, you still look terrible.
you're right.
I know I am. I knew I was right when I fucking looked at it because I'm not autistic and I understand basic human behavior and interactions. And the idea that you thought you could come in here and pull the wool over my eyes, right? You're playing poker against the casino. I had all the cards, I had all the chips, okay? You thought I wouldn't have them, so you tried to snake and worm your way around it, didn't you? And not tell me certain things.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, I just like Slytherin.
You know, I've been told about you, that you do stuff like this all the time, and you never learn. What are you going to do differently next time? Let's hear some empty platitudes at least. Come on.
I'm gonna report more GoFundMes. I'm gonna hoard more victims for myself and manipulate them. Um, I'm gonna keep you
Okay.
from receiving more evidence, Chud. You won't forget this day. Um, I'm working on it still. That's the game plan. That's the outline.
He's just doing the Giga Chad thing, guys, okay? He's doing Age of the Giga Chad shit. He knows he's fucked up real bad. All he's got is saying, I'm going to do the base things again. Because you're a pathetic wretch, aren't you?
Yes.
Why have you turned your camera off?
Why have I... Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Turn
Fuck,
your camera back on.
All right. Sorry. Hold on.
Let's let the audience see you again.
All right. Hold on.
Right, look at chat right now. Look at chat now, okay? Chat.
I'm looking.
Get the fucking camera up now! What is that?
It's me. What do you mean?
Why have you got a child's toy? What? Okay, listen. Come on, I don't want to go down that route. Okay. Why have you got a child? Are you a child? Yourself? What is this?
I'm a victim of Camden Gerard Davis.
Chat. Tell him what you think of him. I've had enough of this guy. You tell him what you think of him.
Chat. Do I look cute? Do I have drip? W drip.
Gay voice. Loser.
Welcome to Chud Nation.
Thank you for the sub. This is what we're reduced to, Colton.
A gay voice loser. That's kind of mean.
I think you deserve worse. I think you're getting off lightly, to be honest with you. But that's only because, you know, I'm so uninterested in this whole shit that I just want to move on and talk about something else. But,
I agree. At the end of the day, I'm glad we can move on and still be friends.
We're not friends. Never have been, and we never will be.
But I thought we had good trust between each other.
Absolutely not. At best, you might expect an odd amicable message about something pertinent to current discourse if I need something from you. And that's it.
But I thought I was
Good day.
send you.
Good day. That was funny. Oh. That was a good cut off as well, because it sounded like he was going to say something, and I'm cutting him off because he's going to... I just said, you're an annoying wretch, but thank you for being honest. Bro, it's crazy. I didn't even have to do that much. Based abusive father. Oh, come on. How is that a Colton win? He got caught out lying about a bunch of shit. What do you mean?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Now are we friends?
Well, Colton. Yeah, sure. Give me money, we're friends. You're as much a friend as anyone else who gives me money, so congratulations. You are now engaged in a parasocial relationship with me. Hello, mate. Yeah, he's gone now, obviously, but I just thought it was only fair to give you a chance to respond, because I know he was particularly bothersome in your chat the other day.
Yeah, no, deleted
Clayman
tweet
became
as well.
a member.
Rat fuck. He posted a picture of me and was like, "Oh, this is what
Okay,
you know,
that's
greedy
wonderful.
Jew
But how
looks
do I
like,
make
basically.
money off
The
depressed
vibe
people?
I got, to be honest. I was finding some anti-Semitism from it.
What?
But he was saying
Damn.
that I was greedy and I was just after the money and I didn't care about morals or anything like that. After I censored
Damn.
it, after I spent all day asking other people to censor it for me.
Damn, it's unfortunate that I wasn't able to bring you on earlier to bring that up, but let it be known that Colton made a potentially anti-Semitic tweet.
So that's certainly the vibe I got. I mean,
well,
I wouldn't say it was anything explicit, but
okay, wait, I was messaging him. Hang on a sec. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, you pointed out to me in chat that he was lying about caring about the censored information because he then went and spoke to Lyrics about it, right?
yeah. So he popped up in Lyrics' chat and was like, "Oh, don't show this, don't show it. Why are you showing it then? Why are you showing it?" It's like, okay, dude. I'm sure you just cared about the censored info, and you already knew because I mean he'd been told that I censored it, and then he comes back through Smaggle and he's like, "Oh, are you gonna show these messages? Are you gonna show these messages?" I'm like, "No, I'm not showing those messages," and then he's still not fucking happy, and he still starts tweeting and going talking to Lyrics about it. So, you know, it just seems like cope to me. Seems like total cope to me, but I don't think he'll ever truly admit it. We just give these sort of half-assed, you know, hand wavy.
Yeah, sure. Well, listen, I'm sorry that you didn't get. He's not replying to me now, so he's probably running scared because he doesn't want to deal with the anti-Semitism allegations. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for hopping on. Yeah, well done on the coverage. I mean, I think that's it from MamaMax stuff, right? That's about it, isn't it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're hinting towards this next post stuff coming out, but I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. You know, obviously you hear things on the grapevine. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next. Okay. Well, yeah. That's Queenman, by the way. Follow Queenman's channel. I'll put your channel in chat. Anything else?
Just bring me on. No. Nothing
Okay.
else.
No worries. Catch you later, mate. Bye.
Good chat.